All right, integral of x ln of x squared dx. Typically when I see ln's in my integrals, I'm going to go after integration by parts. And specifically, escape method, which is getting out after the first iteration of integration by parts, tends to be the easiest way to do it in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get it started. Since we do not have a formula memorized for the integral of ln of x or ln of whatever, I typically put that on the dir side of my integration by parts. So I'll write ln of x squared. And then what's that leave to put on the int side? My x. Now, if I integrate this, I get 1/2 x squared. And I do want to dir this, but I want to show you two ways to do it over here. If I got ln of x squared, and I want to d over dx it, derive with respect to x. So you could, I'm going to demonstrate the way that it's probably more instinctive, but not the way that I like to do it. If I want to take this derivative, and I see it right there, I could say, oh, I got to use chain rule. So what's the derivative of the innards? It's 2x. And then I do, what's the derivative of ln? It's 1 over of. What is the of? It's an x squared. So this simplifies down to 2x over x squared, which you should see that that simplifies to 2 over x. Now, the easier way for me to think about doing this, and I would like you to start to train yourself to do this. Anytime I see that power, we have a rule that we like to use. It's called the plog rule. What it says is that the log of x to the p is p times log of x. P times log of x. So p for power, plog for what it spells over here. So this 2 can get bumped out front of the ln right there. So this is the same as the derivative with respect to x of 2 ln of x. And to me, that's an easier step than doing all this algebra and thinking about chain rule, because what's the derivative of 2 ln of x? Well, it's just 2 times 1 over x, which again is 2 over x. So that was a long explanation for doing this piece right here, but the derivative here is just going to be 2 over x. And I hope you see that this is the easier way and that you can start to train yourself to be able to do that. So now let's actually continue with the integration by parts. I go plus, and then remember, anytime I do my integral, or anytime I go backwards to escape, I do an integral. And remember, my arrows alternate signs, so this one's going to get a minus, because it is the second arrow, with this being the first. So, how do I evaluate this? What I get is the product of the first arrow, so I get 1/2 x squared ln of x squared, and then I get minus the integral of the product. So I get 1/2 x squared times 2 over x with a dx. Now, be careful. Some people, when they see this, start integrating these individual pieces. But we want to simplify before we integrate. Lots of stuff simplifies here. The 2 and the half cancel. So I will write equals. I'm going to rewrite the other piece. 1/2 x squared ln of x squared. Now minus the integral of, all right, the 2 and the 2 cancel. And then here I got x squared divided by x. So that just leaves me with x dx. And then my final answer is going to be 1/2 x squared ln of x squared minus, all right, integral of x dx, quick power rule, 1/2 x squared plus my c, and is done. See you in the next one. Bye.